everyone, welcome to another quickie acquisitions video, and well, the acquisition was a quick one, but this game isn't going to be a quick one. No, War of the Ring has now entered my establishment, and this was a big impulse buy because I get some sponsorship from Zatu, and I thought, you know what, I need to grab something big. I need to grab something that I've really wanted to play for ages, and this actually came out on sale on Amazon a few weeks ago, and I decided I don't want to, and then it went up in price, and I was like, oh, I regret, and then finally this came down in price on Zatu, and I thought, okay, this is good enough, let's buy it. So, it didn't cost me too much after that, but, still, I had to use some sponsorship in order to do it. But people want me to try this game, they want me to, give my thoughts on it. Don't expect like a full multi-game review of it. I mean, this is a long, epic game that's only for 2 players. There's no chance I'm going to get this played 10 times in the near future. So I'll probably do some first impressions after I've had a game of it. But yeah, why did I want this monstrosity? Well, I like Lord of the Rings for a kickoff. Lord of the Rings LCG is one of my favourite games, although that is starting to come down a bit, I must admit. But I like Lord of the Rings in general, the movies, the video games, the board games that I've played with Lord of the Rings. I even just did the top 10 games I want to play but probably won't, and Battle of 5 Armies was in the high end of it. So, I really do enjoy anything Lord of the Rings themed. And so everyone said that this game is worth a try. There's a lot of fans for it, and it's, I think, number 12 or something. Oh no, Spirit Island. This is high up on boardgamegeek. It might even be in the top 10, I'm not entirely sure, but it's definitely up there in that top 20. But it's a big game, and I was scared to get it because as I open up the box and rebox it, I mean, I've got, big booklet action reference charts. I've got a rule book that's 40 something pages long with a bunch of rules in it, and I mean, granted some artwork as well, but it's like, I don't know, this is gonna be a hard one. And of course, miniatures, all sorts of old, early 2000 style miniatures everywhere. Look at that, all separated into their factions. I've got, the tarot sized cards, which I've got to admit, tarot sized cards is cool. I just need to get some more sleeves because I've run out of sleeves from Sleeve Kings for the 70 by 120, I think the size measurement for this is, so I need to get a few more. But yeah, big, epic game, and I can't wait to play it. It's just something that I just thought, you know what, at some point I need to do it, because I've played a lot of games on the Board Game Geek Top 100 already. I did a live stream of it actually, where I went through the whole top 100 and gave my thoughts. War of the Ring is one of the few games in the top 100 I have not played, and it was just about time that I did. Now, how often am I going to get this played? Probably about as often as Star Wars Rebellion, to be honest, which means not often, but that's the problem with 2-player epic games. But somebody I know has this game, who I regularly play with at my Portsmouth group. So the intention is that probably what will happen is shortly after we're allowed back into indoor socialization, which will be 17th of May onwards. My cafe opens from the 18th. They're going to make me wait an extra day. I mean, talk about torture. But the idea is that I'll probably meet up with him, who's had some experience with this game already, so whether he'll teach me or not is another thing, but I'm going to learn the rules in advance anyway. And so we're going to hopefully play this. I'm probably going to have to book out half a day, if not the full evening of a weekday or something, in order to get this played, because obviously I'll be new to it, and it's a long game anyway. I mean, this is easy, like a 3-hour game on a typical day. So, I think that's the way it's going to work. He's going to help me play it, we're going to play it, finally going to try it, and I hope I enjoy this. This is a gamble. I should like it. The mechanics sound really cool. I like the idea of the card play. I like these 2-player sort of miniature. I'm not a huge fan of the cluster of people fighting it out. There are some exceptions, Rising Sun and that, but big armies with multiple players I'm not as big a fan of. But one-on-one I'm okay with. The almost a skirmish games I used to like more, but this one's a bit more of an epic war. But I'm curious as to how the whole political track features with this. You can't go to war unless they're coming at you. I'm keen to see how that works. I'm also interested to see how the fellowship works. We've got armies fighting each other constantly. Well, how then does the fellowship with Frodo and all that lot and Smeagol and that, how does that come into play? I haven't read the rules yet, so I don't know. But I'm keen to find out. So if this can hit the notes for me on a theme perspective and give me that feel of the movies and even to some extent the LCG and the books, I guess, because I did listen to the audiobooks. Took me a while, and I'm kind of glad that they didn't decide to make Lord of the Rings a musical after listening to the audiobooks. But there's certainly a lot of potential lore in here that I can't wait to dig into, and for a game that was made in 2004, I think. It was pretty early 2000s, I think this first came out. I know I originally thought it was in the 1990s. Don't ask me why I thought that, but no, apparently I think this was early 2000s. It was first done, and then the second edition was, I think, 2012, if I want to be. I can't really, I'm not sure if I can check on here. What does it say? 2 hours plus 2 to 4 players. I'm not playing this with 4 players, that's not happening. I don't think it would work like that, but no, it's not giving me any years on here. Italy, Fax, Ares Games. Oh, here we go. Well, 2012, yeah, 2012 for this edition. But it doesn't say when the actual first one was. So yeah, certainly can't wait to drive into this. Now, certainly when I opened it up, I thought, ooh, lots of cool miniatures and that. Although I say cool miniatures, it's early 2000s miniatures. I mean, the amount of bendiness of the spears on all the minis is like, it's all over the shop. So yeah, you kind of have to take that with a, you know, as expected. You know, I wasn't going into this expecting Awakened Realms style miniatures here. I thought, nah, this is going to be early days miniatures with bendy spears, cheap plastic, but it will still give the feeling of an army on a board. It doesn't have to be like, as I say, Awakened Realms levels at that point. You know, just give me the theme of Lord of the Rings. So yeah, finally in the collection, cannot wait to play it, but like I say, it's going to be at least probably mid-May before I even get a chance to play it, and then how often I get to play it after that is going to come down to A, how much I enjoy the game, and B, how often I'm willing to spend an entire evening playing it. I mean, I know I need to get Star Wars Rebellion to the table a lot more, but if this one does the job, even if I only play it once a year, but it's one of the best experiences in gaming, then it's still worth the purchase for me. So that's War of the Ring. That is my reasons for pulling the trigger and deciding to buy this. Where's it going to go? I have not got a clue. There is no space for this on a Calyx shelf, so I'm going to have to stick it on top somewhere, and I really need to sort out the top of these shelves and figure out what I'm keeping, or find out a better way to store some of these LCGs maybe, I don't know. Ugh. So many games, not enough space, all you Americans with your giant houses, I'm so jealous. But, yeah well, like I say, I'll find a spot somewhere. Hopefully on a shelf rather than a sell pile. So, you know, I don't want to be doing a why I culled War of the Ring video in the future. I want this to be good. So, come on, let's do it. Mid-May, let's get this played. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Zatu 5% discount code in the description. And of course, remember, no matter who wins the War of the Ring at the end of the day, it's still only a game. Take care, and bye for now.